Hey everybody, so I am gonna just quickly show you guys how you're gonna make the drawstring for the hoodie. I'm so sorry about the video being late. Last week was crazy and I got really distracted. Um, but it's super easy. So all you're gonna do is take your yarn from the ball. So like cut off whatever else you were working on before. Sorry, I had to give the camera a second to focus and it looks like it did. So you just make your slip knot like you normally would. And then you're going to chain. There's no like specific number. The pattern says that you want to chain until you have a drawstring about 64 inches long. So you can do it that long, or you can do it longer or shorter, depending on your preference. But one thing to keep in mind is that when after you're done chaining and you go back and put the slip stitches in, which I'm going to show you in a second, the slip stitches will make this initial chain a little bit like shorter, like because the slip stitches are going to be tight, so it's going to kind of bring it down like a little bit. So imagine that I have my desired length here. Then all you're going to do, you don't need to chain one or anything, because then you're just continuing your chain. So you just go into the second chain from the hook, like we normally would. Grab the yarn, pull it through, and pull through the chain that's already on the hook. We're just going to literally slip stitch all the way down the entire chain. So again, you go into the next chain, pull the yarn through, pull it through the one already on there, and that's it. You're just literally going to do that the entire way down. It'll get easier, and if you can see, it should start to look something like this. So it'll be thick enough to work as the drawstring for your hoodie, and this is going to get sewn in at a different time in a different video. So again, it should start to look something like that. And just really quick for review, the pattern says 64 inches. You can do that, or you can do longer or shorter. On the hoodie that I did, I don't know if you guys actually all know this, but I made this hoodie with the not recommended type of yarn before I did this crochet along, just to make sure that I had a solid understanding of it. The drawstring that I made for that one, I believe it was 64 inches. Like the chain was 64 inches, and I thought it was perfect for the hoodie size. So that's it. So again, you just chain however many you want. It's going to be a lot longer than this. And then you just go back into each chain that you already made. I'll show you guys. So you go into the next chain, grab the yarn, pull it through, and then pull through the loop already on your hook. So you're literally just slip stitching all the way down. And then for the yarn ends, because a lot of people have actually asked me about that. What I do when I get to the end, so again, this is not the correct length, I'm just showing you for the video purposes, but when I get to the last stitch, which looks like it, I think it's this one, so I'll just show you. Yep. So I'm at the last stitch. I would do what we normally do, pull this through about there, cut it, and then we're going to have one strand. So what I like to do is tie like 3 or 4 knots. Again, this is only going to be one strand once you cut it. So, and this won't be here. I'm sorry, no. Yeah, this won't be here. This is the working yarn. This is your tail end. And then you'll have one strand here. So I tie like 3 or 4 knots with the tail end and the piece that I just cut. And that's pretty much it. I did on the other one, I wove both ends back in after I tied the knots, just for like extra security. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that with this yarn just because of the texture. You can try, but I think 3 or 4 really tight knots should probably do the trick. Just be careful when you're tying the knots with this yarn that you don't like run your fingers like this along it too tight, because you'll peel off the like the fiber and you'll just be left with like a string. So that's it for how to make the drawstring, and I'm going to start recording the next video right now, which is going to explain how to join all of our panels. We are more than halfway through the hoodie at this point, so as always, if you guys have any questions, concerns, comments, you can reach out to me or Colleen. She will be tagged in this post, and I hope you guys are having a good time and a good weekend. Thanks.